where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day. A piece of the World Trade Center is moved in Richmond. Plus, a juvenile is behind bars after posting a threat online. And a big win for a local softball team. We've got all the details on that, plus a look at the weather with Sam. And of course, we're going to have Michael Watkins here in the newsroom for sports later on today. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, a piece of American history was moved to the campus of Eastern Kentucky University on Wednesday in a ceremony commemorating the anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. The steel beam from the World Trade Center was part of a full procession with law enforcement and a gathering of spectators. The debris from the tragedy is considered human remains. Dr. William Hicks, chair of the Fire Protection and Paramedic Science Department at EKU, told our media partner WLEX 18 that there are over 1,700 individuals known or suspected to have been in the building, but only a few have been identified through DNA. It is believed that some of the remains may be intermixed with debris from Ground Zero. Dr. Hicks emphasized that Wednesday's ceremony was to remember everyone who lost their lives, especially the 343 firefighters and paramedics who died that day. Many of them, even off-duty, rushed to the scene to save lives and ultimately made the ultimate sacrifice. The university was able to acquire the piece of steel beam thanks to 2 students who applied it to a 20 years ago grant. This goal was to create a memorial at EKU. Well, a juvenile has been arrested after allegedly creating and posting a threat online in Garrard County. Officials with the Garrard County Sheriff's Office were notified of the threat to Garrard County Middle School on Wednesday night. After conducting an investigation, authorities determined that the juvenile had made and posted the threat after school hours. The Sheriff's Office worked closely with the Garrard County School Administration to ensure the safety of students and staff. Parents are urged to have conversations with their children about the dangers of posting threatening messages online. The juvenile was charged with first-degree terroristic threatening, a felony. Anyone with information regarding the incident is asked to contact the Garrard County Sheriff's Office. That phone number, 859-792-3023. To local softball teams won big this past weekend. The Madison County Mustangs, along with the Madison County Miracles, won their games at the Special Olympics State Softball Championship, and a couple of the athletes and coaches were in the studio earlier today to tell us all about it.
Over this past weekend, Special Olympics Kentucky held their state softball competition in Owensboro. 2 teams from Madison County Special Olympics participated in the competition, the Mustangs for the 1A division and the Miracles for the B division. The Mustangs maintained an impressive 12-0 undefeated season, which they capped off by winning against the Garrard County Fireballs. This big win secured the Mustangs gold medals. Mustangs third baseman Marcus Carter and third base coach Scott Carter tell WBON that the victory was a terrific experience.
Amazing. It was fun. Get to know each other, back each other up, so lots of fun.
To go undefeated is it's really the ultimate goal. We are very competitive, which is a side of the Special Olympics a lot of people don't get to see, but we're out there. We do want to win.
This was Marcus's 3rd year on the Mustangs. He was on the team last year when the Mustangs also won gold. The Miracles also played an excellent game, earning gold medals from their division as well. This marks the first year to have both divisions win at the state championship competition. Miracles outfielder Shauna Wall has also been on the softball team for 3 years, and she gave us a short and sweet answer about how it felt to get the big win.
It just feels new to me.
The softball teams in the Madison County Special Olympics are going strong, and if this past season is anything to go off of, there's definitely more gold in their future. If you or someone you know are interested in either volunteering or joining the Madison County Special Olympics, you can contact the organization through the Madison County Kentucky Special Olympics Facebook page. The organization offers opportunities to play several sports, including basketball, softball, flag football, swimming, and bowling.
Anyone interested in joining the Madison County Special Olympics should definitely come out and have a good time. Don't worry about if you've never played before. There's a spot for everybody. And it's just, it's all about fun and living a healthy lifestyle with getting some exercise.
For WBON TV Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage. What a great story there. Well, Perry County Schools announced on Wednesday night that they would be closed on Thursday, September 12th, due to an incident that resulted in a very stressful afternoon for both students and employees. The post on social media thanked the school staff, SROs, and the transportation department for their response to the incident. Earlier in the day, schools in Perry County, including East Perry and West Perry, as well as Perry Central, were placed on a lockdown following an incident near East Perry where a vehicle was reportedly struck by a bullet. The Perry County Sheriff's Office received a report that the bullet had possibly struck a vehicle near exit 59 within the Hazard city limits. Due to the incident occurring inside the city limits, the Hazard Police Department was notified to investigate. The Sheriff's Office provided assistance by deploying additional manpower and utilizing their drone unit, which is equipped with thermal imaging technology for detecting people in wooded areas. The incident coincided with the lockdown and eventual dismissal of schools. Once the area was deemed safe, law enforcement escorted buses out of the area. An investigation into the incident is ongoing. Well, the search for Joseph Couch, the suspect in the shooting incident that left 5 people injured, continues into the 6th day. Authorities are continuing to search thousands of acres of rugged terrain in hopes of finding Couch. Authorities remind the community of the urgency of the situation. The reward for information leading to Couch's capture continues to increase thanks to generous donations from the community. Multiple law enforcement agencies, including the U.S. Marshals, FBI, ATF, and out-of-state departments, are actively involved in that manhunt. The search has expanded to cover vast areas, with troopers and officers combing heavily wooded regions and utilizing advanced surveillance techniques. Couch is wanted on charges of attempted murder and first-degree assault. The investigation remains ongoing, and authorities are urging anyone with information about his whereabouts to come forward. Well, authorities in Jessamine County are continuing their search for 2 men who've been missing for an extended period. Anthony Quinn, 42, was last seen on August the 8th, 2024. He disappeared after leaving his sober living facility in Shelbyville, Kentucky, to start a new job in Maysville, despite exhaustive efforts, including the discovery of his vehicle in Nicholasville. Quinn remains unaccounted for. A second man, Timothy F. Sterner, 27, was last seen April the 9th near Halston Heights Road in Lancaster. His vehicle was later located on River Road in Jessamine County. Sterner has not been seen or heard from since. Both men are described as white males. Quinn is 5 foot 8 inches tall, 220 pounds, with dark hair, light hazel eyes, and a tattoo of the word Quinn on his back. Sterner is 5'3", 180 pounds, with brown hair, brown eyes, and several tattoos. Law enforcement agencies in the area are urging the public to come forward with any information that may lead to the safe return of these missing individuals. Anyone with a lead is asked to contact the Nicholasville Police Department or the Jessamine County Sheriff's Office. 2 individuals have been indicted in connection with the death of 20-month-old Joshua Bowen. Brianna Lee Johnson, 27, and her boyfriend Kyle Shannon Lee Gwendon, 22, were both indicted on charges of first-degree criminal abuse. Gwendon was also indicted on a charge of first-degree assault. The case stems from the death of Joshua Bowen on July 6. Initial investigations against Gwendon included facial bruises, malnutrition, severe underweight, and a serious blunt force injury to the eyes. The indictment alleges that Gwendon caused serious injuries to Joshua by means of a dangerous instrument. Joshua's grandmother, Jennifer Loudermilk, previously expressed concerns about attempts to seek help from Child Protective Services. Prior to Joshua's death, she described him as a sweet baby who desperately needed love and kindness. First-degree criminal abuse and first-degree assault are both Class B felonies, punishable by up to 20 years in prison if convicted. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got the weather coming up next right here, live at 5.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in.
We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Hey everyone, Jeremy here with the Red Poppy. We're not your typical small business. We're a full floral and gift boutique, plus serve coffee and refreshers, and we have several food options as well. Stop by our convenient drive-thru on your way to work or let us deliver. Like us on Facebook and join us live at 5 each Friday where we give away great gifts. So far this year, we've given away a trip to Vegas, a trip for 4 to Disney World, and lots more. Come see us anytime and take advantage of our full menu at the Red Poppy, 5006 Atwood Drive, Suite 1 in Richmond.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Pretty nice day out there. Looks like we could have some rain moving into the area. We've got Sam in the Weather Center going to give us a full look at that forecast.
Hi, thanks, Grenelyn. It has been a beautiful afternoon out here. Of course, now we have clouds that are taking hold, and this is the remnants now of Francine. It's going to stay parked basically right over northeastern Arkansas and parts of Tennessee, spinning some of these bands of rain. And so we have a band of rain expected to approach the area. It might be on our doorstep to the southwest through the overnight and into the early parts of the day tomorrow, or maybe over us. It's a bit of a question mark. We're right on the edge, and so that will play a big role in our forecast. So on the edge of rain, showers possible, even if we do get underneath that, wrapping up by 2 p.m., 3 p.m. especially, they're out of here. So if you have plans during the evening, football game, for example, it will be nice. Just some lingering cloud cover out here and a pleasant weekend in store for us, despite the fact that the remnants of Francine still kind of hovering there. It's underneath this high pressure. So we have high pressure working like a shield, and that's what's preventing the rain from lifting even farther to the north. So here's the forecast that shows the band over us. Here we are Friday morning at 7 a.m., and then it just kind of fizzles out into the afternoon. Pretty quiet weather after that. Can't rule out an isolated shower heading into our weekend, but for the most part, things look fairly dry and fairly pleasant with that high pressure remaining the dominant weather feature for us here locally. As far as flooding is concerned, if you're doing any traveling down to the far southwest here Friday night, still under a slight risk there in the yellow and a marginal threat on our areas to the west, where they'll see heavier rainfall amounts currently projected at about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. So again, it has tapered off quite a bit due to that battle between high and that rain band down to our southwest. So we'll see temperatures overnight dropping down to around 61. A chance for a few showers, better chance tomorrow afternoon, and highly isolated in nature. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, most of us will stay dry.
Thanks, Sam. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online or check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. A fatal crash occurred yesterday afternoon in Lincoln County. According to the Kentucky State Police, the collision happened at Crab Orchard near Kentucky 39 and US 150 at the intersection. In the investigation that followed, it was revealed that 62-year-old Christopher Marato was traveling south on Kentucky 39 in a Chevy Silverado when he failed to yield at the right-of-way and collided with a Chevy Cruze driven by 79-year-old Wanda Edwards. As a result of that collision, Edwards' vehicle was pushed into the oncoming path of a vehicle driven by 47-year-old Christina Ferris going east on US 150. Reportedly, a passenger in Edwards' vehicle, 74-year-old Joseph Edwards, sadly received fatal injuries during the crash and was pronounced dead at the scene by the Laurel County coroner. Wanda Edwards sustained non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to the University of Kentucky Hospital. It is unknown at this time if any charges will be made against any of the other drivers. Well, in an update to a story we brought you earlier this week, the names of a suspect and the victim of a Wayne County shooting have been released. According to the Kentucky State Police, initial investigation revealed that 66-year-old Willard Upchurch and 75-year-old Samuel R. White got into a verbal argument in a logging yard off of R. Barnett Road. During the argument, Upchurch allegedly pulled a firearm and shot White. White was later found lying in the roadway by police. The Wayne County coroner pronounced him dead at the scene, and his body was taken to an autopsy at the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort. According to officials, Upchurch was reported yesterday that was found in the search of the woods near Highway 776. He was arrested on charges of murder and tampering with physical evidence and lodged in the Wayne County Detention Center. An investigation is still ongoing. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Still got lots more news right here live at 5, including Michael Watkins up next with your latest sports report.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and PD
from Hicks and Punson, Kentucky lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
CT Diesel Performance is now located at 2269 Enterprise Drive off Duncannon Lane in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have moved to help better serve their customers to a bigger and better location and are here to still offer you the best in getting your vehicle to its peak performance. At CT Diesel Performance, they service all your automotive needs. No job is too big or too small. Like CT Diesel Performance on Facebook to learn more about CT Diesel Performance. Now located at 2269 Enterprise Drive in in Richmond.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist, offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
It's in the air. All the sights, the sounds, all the excitement.
Makes the catch!
Of high school sports is coming. Live coverage begins August 23rd on WBON TV. High school sports coverage like none other.
Welcome back. In today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, Michael Watkins looks back on a local legend who passed away 1 year ago on this day.
It's been 1 year since the passing of legendary EKU football coach Roy Kidd, as the former coach of the Colonels passed away on this day last year. Kidd from Corbin, Kentucky, chose to be a player at EKU in the 1950s because coaches agreed to let him play multiple sports, and during his time playing for the school, set multiple records as the quarterback, was an all-OVC selection, and was a star baseball player as well. Kidd took over as the EKU football coach in 1964, and in 1967 led the Colonels to the first of 16 OVC titles during his tenure. He led the program to 4 straight national championship games between 1979 and 1982, winning it twice, and while at the helm, Kidd's team would reach the playoffs 18 times. The Hall of Famer held a .713 career winning percentage, and at the time of his retirement was the 6th all-time winningest coach in NCAA history with 314 wins. Several years ago, Kidd was honored with his own statue outside of the stadium, which is named after him. And on that day, the old ball coach was nothing but smiles.
For all this wall and what goes on it. And we worked and worked and worked and really finally got the job done with a lot of help. In fact, our president himself, I was told, that made the first contribution. And I said, well, how much did he give? And they said, 25. And I said, 25? I said, and then I saw the president. I said, I still got that quarter you gave me. I got the idea. He gets after me now. Turnabout's fair play. Most of all, thank all the players, the coaches, and the manager, and the support staff and the trainers, that how much help they were to you. And if it wasn't for you, you're the ones that tipped in and gave the money. Now, those of you, the players, that did not give any money, you meet Coach Tenera on the track at 6 a.m. in the morning. And I'm going to have Harry Lenz to check the roll.
During their matchup on Saturday with West Georgia, Coach Walt Wells said the team will be honoring Coach Kidd in some fashion.
In our football department, we'll have special edit out to go out for him.
Yeah.
Excuse me, through social media. I'm sure people will want to bring flowers to the statue and do things like that, which the gates will be open so they can do that, and and just honor Coach the way he deserves to be honored. I mean, it's hard to believe it's been a year. It seems like it's been forever in a way. It's been a long year, and it seems like it's yesterday that we were talking about him going into hospice when we were getting ready to play UK last year. So he lived a great life. 92 years or 91 years, I can't remember. But
he's a firecracker too. I mean, I remember just watching video up until when he passed away. Honestly, he was always just somebody that you wanted to be around, even at his age.
He's a good man. He was really good to me and my family, and he always checked in on me everywhere I went. I worked for him for 6 years. I guess it was 6 or 7 years. I can't remember. And then he helped me get the Western job with Jack Harbaugh. And even when I left Western and went to South Florida and all these other places, Tennessee, Kentucky, all these places, he always checked in. see how things were going. And he's just a good man to me. So, he kind of adopted me because I was a young guy on staff. Me and Will Muschamp at that time. Will left after a year, and I stayed for 6. So,
Yeah.
and then, it's been interesting.
I feel like you really learned from him, too.
Oh,
as much as he cared for his players, him and Sue, I feel like you and Jen do the exact same thing.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We try to make sure that they know we appreciate the sacrifices they make for our family, and we benefit from them. But we also, know they're, KJ now is 19. We've gone through Madison. She's 24. We know what it's like. We want people to be positive influences on our children, and so we want to be positive influences on them. Are we always positive? Probably not, but we try to be the most part, and Jen does a great job of being mother hen, and so I appreciate what she does.
Kickoff for the matchup between the Colonels and West Georgia is set for 6 p.m., and the game is a maroon out for fans. For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Watch The Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as the Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate control.
Commonwealth's attorney has been sentenced to 54 months in prison for committing honest services wire fraud. He pleaded guilty to the charge in May. According to the plea agreement, Blair engaged in a scheme to deprive Perry County residents of his honest services through bribery between April 20th of 2020 and March of 2024. He accepted methamphetamine and sexual favors in exchange for favorable treatment in criminal cases. Blair agreed to cooperate with authorities and make recommendations on probation, drug court, and probation violations or sanctions for defendants he was prosecuting. He will be required to serve 85% of his sentence before being eligible for parole. Thanks so much for joining us today. See you tomorrow live at 5.